We just take it as it comes, I guess, Randy. I'm going to get out of here, let you make a few more, and get everything arranged for the going on tonight. And I'm sure we'll catch you when you're on again. Over.
Well, I'm glad, and we just turned the switch on, so we've got the stream up and running. So we're going to get you here on the tail end of the QSO. But at least we're making one contact that's going to be recorded, Bob. So it's already a good night. We'll see who else is there. But Glenn, November 2, Uniform Zulu Kilo, just checked in on the chat and said hi. So we'll see how it works. And I know people are getting the notifications. But yeah, it's awful hard to do this in the evenings without hearing from you. So we've been doing it pretty good so far. We're out here. You must find us there somehow, and we're able to hook up. So always, well, you've been a regular a long time ago, so that's kind of why you're always around, which is great with me, Bob. Always like to talk with you. It gives me a pretty good idea what the band is like. If you come in as good as you have been, that's a good thing. And like I said, we're looking forward to trying to make some contacts with the scouts tomorrow. So if you have a chance to, I know you said your boys are coming over, but I believe they're going to be doing it for the entire day, maybe the weekend. I haven't quite got the whole bit of information on it, but anyway, it's the way it goes. But okay, Bob, let you run off and do your thing. Have a good Friday evening. Nice to hear you this evening, and I know we'll probably catch you again next week. You will have a wonderful weekend. We've got some cooler temperatures for a change and no humidity, so we're looking forward to that. Whiskey 9, Radio Zulu Radio, the Razor. This is Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Bob.
Okay, Randy. Have a good evening. W9 RC Archer and I.
All right, 7-3s. It's Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo, QRZ. Any other stations? Come with your call, please.
Kilo Charlie 3, Romeo, India, Papa.
The Kilo Charlie, stand by 1 second. The Kilo Foxtrot station, try it again, please.
Kilo Foxtrot, X-Ray Lima. Good evening, Randy.
Okay, Kilo Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot X-Ray Lima, I believe you said, Roger?
Kilo Foxtrot, Foxtrot, X-Ray Lima. Over.
My apologies. It's a 0 instead of a 4. I should have known better than that. What was I thinking there? That makes more sense, Mike. Hey, what's happening up in Mitchell?
Hey, you're coming in good up here tonight. How am I doing tonight going down to the south? Over.
Well, I tell you must have put a quarter in or turned the volume up. Now I've got you good. Right in the beginning, I couldn't hardly pull you out. And as soon as you said the number, I had a little bit of a static crash. That's why I thought I heard 4. So my apologies for that, but it's all good. We've got you up there now, Roger.
Yeah, no problem. I wouldn't miss 40 meters Friday for nothing. I just wanted to check in and say hi before you got live on the air. So that I've been on there enough for here lately, but I just reached out. I hit Baltimore, Maryland tonight, and Washington D.C. I was 5-9 in Maryland.
Oh, that's terrific, man. Good for you. That's awesome. Well, we started the stream 5 minutes ago, so we've got you on. It don't make any difference, Mike. You know how it is. It's all good anyway. Well, that's great, man. Glad to hear it. Hey, listen, you guys didn't get any of the snow that they got up by Rapid City the other day, did you?
Negative. I watch snow pretty close. It's kind of one of the things I do, but I did watch the dark blue swirling around on the west side of the state there over. So, yeah, we didn't get any over.
Oh, that's good. I had a contact with the operator up in Box Elder, just to the east there of Rapid City, and he said he got about 5.5 inches. And I know there was a couple other places, might have been a little closer to the line, the Wyoming border there, that they got a lot more snow. But I got thinking, boy, that's just too early in the year for that there, Roger.
Yeah, I've seen it do this before back here, but yeah, it's a little early, and hopefully it'll melt. It's going to be hard to say what the weather will do.
Yeah, well, tell me about it. As soon as you try to figure out what it is, it changes. I certainly get that. So, well, I don't know if you heard, we had a really nice QSO Monday night with our new friend Richard down in Tennessee. Him and a couple of operators are helping a Boy Scout club there in Tennessee, but I believe this is going on nationwide tomorrow. and we're going to try to help out, do our part, just try to check in with them, and we're going to hopefully be able to contact them when the propagation will be there, and we're going to try to do a live stream as well so the kids can come back later and listen to it. So I've been telling everybody we've talked with today in the last couple of days, if you've got some time this weekend and you happen to hear some scouts, give them a call. I'm sure it'll make their day. I think it's a great way to expose those scouts to the amateur radio there, Roger.
Oh yeah, that sounds super. Great idea, and what these guys need right now. What time is that going to be, over?
Well, I know they've asked me to be available or be around about 10 o'clock Central Time. My understanding, it's running the entire day, maybe the week, I'm not sure. The weekend, I should say. And I believe it's scouts around the country nationwide. It's all done, I guess, this weekend. I should have asked Richard the other day. He'll probably be out here in a little bit. He'll hear us and probably give me a little bit more info on it. But we did have a chance on the air the other night, then we talked on the phone. And I think it's a great idea. I mean, even if it just gets one scout interested in pursuing the hobby, I think we've done what we need to there, Roger.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that'll be on 40 meters this weekend sometime then, over?
Well, now what he told me was that, they're going to have 3 or 4 operators at his location, and they're going to be on different bands based on what the propagation is. I mean, there's nothing worse for these young kids to sit in front of a radio and hear nothing but static, or call CQ and there's nothing there. So I can see them moving around depending on what propagation does. So they could be, anywhere from, I guess, 6 meters to 80 meters or even more than that. But I know Richard mentioned to me when we talked the other night that he was looking at trying to be around on 40. I'm not sure really what 40 is like during the day. We don't do that very often. So it kind of all depends. But, we're going to give it a go, see if we can find them. It really shouldn't be too hard. And, even if it's not that scout troop, if it's any scout troop, for me, that's the difference there, Roger. Yeah, that's right. Again, I think they're going to try to open this as much as they can, and I don't think they're going to be on any particular band per se. Just wherever the propagation takes it, and they can make some contacts. I think that's a great thing for it, and yeah, we're looking forward to it. It should be fun for everybody, and I told them the other day that when we were doing this here in the evenings, that we would try to get the word out, and hopefully that spreads around. And I really hope that the kids have a lot of operators to talk to. That would be the thing. So, hey, Mike, I'll let you go. We're going to get this ball rolling here, and I know you didn't want to be on the stream very long, so no worries. I do appreciate it. You're the first one who's mentioned 40-meter Friday. So, yeah, that's just something we put together a couple of months ago and having fun with it. But, yeah, if you're out and about this weekend, you hear those scouts, whatever, give them a shout and, make their day, probably yours as well. And then we'll be back again out here next week as well. So, hey, nice to hear you from Mitchell. Hope things are going well for you. Have a good Friday evening and a great weekend. And more than likely, we'll talk again next week. Always nice to hear you in there, Mike, and I appreciate you giving us a call here this evening. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot X-Way Lima, Mitchell, South Dakota, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Mike. Have a good night.
Hey, thank you, Randy. I appreciate it. I'll be watching, and yeah, like I said, I just don't want to hog up all your YouTube time, but anyway, we'll say 73. This is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot X-Way Lima, 73. Good night. Good luck. Have a good weekend.
All right, my friend, take care. 73s. We'll go ahead and clear with Mike. The other station that came in right after him, the Kilo Charlie, I think it was a Kilo Charlie 3. Could be wrong in the number. If you're still in there, give me your call, please. Is the Kilo Charlie 3 station, are you still there? Well, he may have moved off. Kilowatt Zero Radio, Whiskey Bravo QRZ. Any other stations, please?
Kilowatt Alpha 8, Zulu Oscar Oscar. Kilo Alpha 8, Zulu Oscar Oscar.
Okay, Kilo Alpha 8, Zulu Oscar Oscar. Well, good evening. Nice signal as well. Thanks for coming back. Again, the name here is Randy, the QTH, just east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
Roger, just
Well, that's terrific. Hey, thank you for coming back to the call. And I pulled my log up, and you and I had a contact. You're gonna laugh at this. On Christmas Eve on 2016. That would have been when we were doing the Christmas train. That would have been under my old call, which at that time was a Whiskey 9 Radio Whiskey Bravo. 2016. We were working the Christmas train with my friend Bob in West Virginia, K8NY. Him and I did the Christmas train for a few years. So I'm glad the logger is keeping that information, but it probably wouldn't have showed up unless I told you what the old call was there, Roger. Well, I'm hoping that these aren't things to come there. You've kind of fell down into the noise. I'm not sure maybe cranking the volume up or put another quarter in the machine will help us or not, but we'll try it again there because you just kind of, the band just kind of washed you out there that last go round. Yeah, it's just kind of washed you out at the moment. I'm hoping it's pretty early for the evening anyway for me. Hopefully it'll come around again. I apologize for that, but the last two go-rounds, you've been right at the noise, which has been about 5 S units. That's really unfortunate. I'd like to have a chance to kind of catch up, but, maybe we'll have another opportunity or maybe even later on this evening if you're around. We're going to be here for a little bit as well, but my apologies. Just really had a hard time pulling you out, but give it a little bit if you like, and then we'll certainly try it again and see what happens. But we did have it there in the beginning, but it just kind of fell off. I'm not sure why, but anyway, thank you for the go, and hopefully we can do it again if the band gets better. Kilo Alpha 8 Zulu Oscar Oscar Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo. Yeah, see, I got you that time as well, right at the noise level. So if the noise would calm down, it'd be fine. Anyway, yeah, let's see if we can try it again. We try to be out here in the evenings around 7 o'clock Central Time for a little bit. So if you hear us here on 40 meters evening, by all means, give us a call back. Maybe the band will be a little better. Take care. Have a great Friday and a weekend as well. 7-3's QRZ, K0RWB. Any other stations, please? The Kilo Bravo 8 station again, please?
Yes, Kilo Bravo 8, Whiskey Papa Zulu, copying you 5-9. Beautiful signal in Ohio. Name here is Jack, Juliet Alpha Charlie King. Go ahead.
Okay, make sure I got the call right. There's a couple others in there as well. Kilo Bravo 8, Whiskey Papa Zulu. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Very seldom do I get it on the first time there. So I just wanted to make sure we've got that. Well, thank you, Jack. I'll look at the meter next time around. Looks like logger says Youngstown, Ohio. That's good. First one in Ohio tonight. Gives us a good idea how the band is going there, Roger.
Yeah, you have a good signal. We're right on the border, Ohio-PA border, up near Lake Erie. So right between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, 60 miles either way from Cleveland or Pittsburgh, right on the Ohio-PA border. Go ahead, Randy. Yeah,
no problem at all. Well, you came up really good that time. There is a little noise on the band, which is, pretty normal, I think. We're getting a few crashes here and there. I'm not sure if we're getting weather in our area or just what. Hopefully not, but you can never quite tell. But, yeah, we just come out here for a little bit. 40-meter Fridays is what we call it. Jack, and we've got the live stream up, so we have also streaming here live on YouTube as well. Having some fun with that and having some check-ins there, Roger.
Roger. Like you said, you have a good signal going, and I'll let you go to make some other contacts, and hopefully we'll catch you again later down the road. Good signal, and hope to talk to you again.
No problem at all, Jack. Thank you for giving us a call this evening. I appreciate it. And also thank you for the first contact here on 40. I don't see a contact in the log, so thank you so much for that. By all means, feel free to come back anytime you hear us out here. Give us a call. We'll be more than happy to try to pick you up. We'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. Hopefully the conditions will be a little better for both of us. 7-3s, have a great weekend coming up, and hope to work you again real soon. You take care, and thanks once again. Kilo Bravo 8, Whiskey Papa Zulu. This is Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thank you, Jack. 7-3s.
Okay, 73. Kilo Bravo 8, Whiskey Papa Zulu, clear.
All right, 7-3s. QRZ, any other stations, please?
Whiskey Zero, Hotel Papa Romeo.
The Hotel Papa, was it radio? Try it again.
Yeah, Kilo Zero, Hotel Papa Romeo in Colorado.
Oh, it's those pesky Colorado stations. Oh, my goodness. Well, okay. You know, it's a little early for you guys to the west of me. Usually 8 o'clock Central Time, so you're 45 minutes ahead. Hey, maybe that means the band is going to be really good tonight. Nice to hear you from Boulder there, Roger.
Roger, and what do you mean? I grew up in Kansas City and moved out here, and I'm not sure that's a pesky situation. But looking across the spectrum, there's a lot of stations tonight, and I'm not usually on at this time of the evening, but you're doing very well. You're 10 over on peaks and looking good. K0RW, is it B? K0HPR.
Well, it's okay, pretty close. Let's try it this way. I always tell people K0 red, white, and blue, Romeo Whiskey Bravo, which is also our initials. We've been trying to keep that for a while, but that is the call. And I tell you, we've been doing this here in the evenings here on 40 meters for the last 7, 8, 9 months, whatever the case may is. This is Friday, so we do 40 meter Fridays. We're live streaming on YouTube as well, and we have made so many contacts on the Front Range, all the way from Fort Collins down through Fountain and Pueblo. And you came from here out there, I came from out there to here. I lived in the Springs and actually in Aurora for several years. Have family in Fort Collins, still have a house down in the Springs, and we've got friends up and down the Front Range. It's a great place to come visit every time in the summer. So always get a chance to work at a Colorado station. That makes our day.
You bet, Randy. And the snow is coming. We're getting a little bit last 2 days, and mountains are getting it. So winter has sprung. The aspen were absolutely incredible this year. I don't know if you had a chance to make it out, but it was something else. And let's see, I'm running a TS830, about 100 watts peak into a loop that's right above the roof, since I'm up against the foothills. And it's a pleasure to meet you on 40, and I know you're having a lot of fun. How's the YouTube thing working out for you? K0RWB, K0HPR.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun, I must say. I just stumbled onto this with an operator in January down in Florida, down by Miami, Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform. And he was calling CQ, and we checked in. He told us about his channel. So we started checking in with him from time to time, and we thought our audio sounded really good until we listened to the playback. So it didn't do very good. So we made a few adjustments here and there, would end up checking back with him. And the YouTube checking in advanced to text messages to phone calls, and we've become great friends. And he says, I don't know anybody in the Midwest who's doing this. He said, I'd be happy to help you set it up. And I said, well, I can't afford that. And he goes, it doesn't really cost anything. And I think in total it cost me $20 for a video capture card. And that's been it. And we're just having fun with it. The nice thing about this on 40 meters is the band is generally open. Operators from all over the country, great operators, good signals. People have some great stories and great information they can share. We just add one dimension to it by doing the live stream. People do have a chance to listen to their audio. We do have our spectrum scope. We're able to put our display, our radio display, onto the channel. So if people were curious about what their audio pattern looks like, we've got the oscilloscope going and so forth. But yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. I think people are enjoying it, and we're having a great time with it too there, Roger.
Roger, Randy, and you are dropping down to about an S8 and into the noise. I got a good amount of noise tonight. So, and plus I got to run for dinner. I will say 73s, and it's been a pleasure. Just tell me what your rig is, what power you're running, an antenna. It's been a pleasure talking. K0RWB, K0HPR.
Yeah, no problem at all. The rig here is the Yaesu FTDX10, which is paired with a Heil PR781 microphone. The antenna is a dipole about 38 foot off the side of the tower. One leg is pointed toward Washington State and the other one toward Arizona. It works, and I'm not going to change it. And we run in an ACOM 1000 amplifier, just about 700 on peaks. That's about it. Nothing real special, but it seems to work okay for us there, Roger.
Okay, very good. Nice rig. And I haven't been back to Kansas City for a long time, but I love going back and cruising around town to some of the old hangouts. Probably do that again someday. K0RWB, K0HPR. Good evening.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it very much. Again, we do try to be out here in the evenings about 7 o'clock Central Time for a few hours if possible. Depends on the band and who else is out there. So if you hear us again, by all means, give us a call. If you're interested in listening to our QSO, my channel is my call sign. You can go to YouTube, put that in the search bar, or if you go to my QRZ page, we have a link. You click on the link, it takes you right to the channel, and you look for the video with today's date on it. And about 18 minutes in, give or take, is about when you and I started talking. Give a look and a listen if you want, and see how you sound. Again, the radio, I can understand it, but the thing about your setup is the audio. Is the word of the day is phenomenal, and it's exactly what your audio was like to me and my receive. So don't take my word for it. Go give a look and a listen. See what you think yourself. Hey, thanks for Boulder. I don't think we've got a contact in Boulder in quite a long time, so thank you so much for that. Enjoy your meal. Have a great evening and a wonderful weekend. By all means, look for us again if you're out there. Kilo Zero, Hotel Papa Radio, Kilowatt Zero, Radio at Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again, 7-3s.
Okay, Randy, and thanks for the comments. I love playing with this Kenwood. It came out of a dumpster, and it was almost in perfect condition, except...
Yeah, stand by. He's not cleared yet.
Needed a little tune-up from the guy in Greeley out here that works on these units. And the problem is, every time I sit down to it, and I don't do it that often, I have to figure out how to tune it up again. But it is a lot of fun, and appreciate your comments. K0RWB, K0HPR. Good evening again.
No problem at all. No problem. Glad to do it anytime. Well, hopefully the snow comes and it's not too much at one time. You guys can get around it. I know it's a little bit of a challenge there driving around in the Pueblo area. In the springs, it tend to go over top of the mountains and drop out on the plains, but we did get some snow there from time to time as well. Again, enjoy your weekend. Thanks again. Look for us. And we'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. You came up to almost 10 over that last time around. So 7-3s, take care. K0RWB, QRZ, any other stations, please. Okay, the Quebec Norway station, give me your call again, please.
Sure. Kilowatt, Denmark is 0, Whiskey, Quebec, Norway. Chris is Buffalo, New York, 5 at 9.
Okay, Chris from Buffalo, New York. Kilo Delta Zero, a Whiskey, Quebec, Norway, I believe you said. Hopefully we got that right. Thank you so much for giving us a call. The name here is Randy again, and the QTH, we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
QSL, Randy, I appreciate it. And just to poke a little, just to tease you a little bit. Sorry about the tease what do we do? But I enjoy playing. We enjoy playing your team for sure. Now, Randy, I got the Kilowatt 0. And can you come back with your full call sign again? And the operator here is Chris. QSL?
Yeah, Okay, Chris, not a problem. And the call again is Kilowatt Zero, red, white, and blue, Romeo Whiskey Bravo.
00 Romeo Whiskey Bravo. Please get in contact about 3 or 4 days ago.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, we certainly understand that. And, I would say some days one rolls into the next, as sometimes they do kind of stand out. And so far tonight is standing out, some good and some bad, but I think all in all we're able to get the stations pulled out. We got a little bit more noise than usual, at least what we've had this week, but hey, currently you are the longest contact of the evening there into Buffalo, Roger.
Yeah, QSL on it there, Randy. Well, believe it or not, you might be noisy. We already know this band's about 5 and 9, 5 and 9 plus 5 sometimes. But I'm sitting at 5 and 5 for signal noise ratio here. It's not too bad. Working conditions here, Randy, I'm sorry, is a Tango 6 4 EDHX with 200 watts. And I actually have an antenna up in my attic, about 36 feet high to create that. We're running an 30 stand dipole there. Back to you.
Well, isn't that great? I was always worried about that in the past. You try to stick the antenna in the attic, and you'll never get out. And it really doesn't seem to affect the transmit or receive. At least it didn't appear so. That's really cool. Well, good for you. I think that's great. Again, that's one of the things I do like here about 40 meters. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't have to have a lot of big high-powered equipment to be very successful and make lots of contacts here on 40 meters, Roger.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, man. I'll tell you. Usually, believe it or not, with this dipole, when I can hear it to normally contact, the only one that I'm having a hard time with is that G57 out there in Africa. Everybody with the big beams and the big power has got it locked up there. But, for the most part, I can get anywhere I want, and that's the fun of the hobby, man. I love to experiment with antennas. And if you have a chance to check my QRZ page, you'll see that 99% of the time I'm mobile, and I like to create elaborate mobile array beam setups there. Randy, what are you running your way? Believe it or not, I think for the last 3 days I've heard you talking. Actually, Kansas and Missouri have been coming in here very strong. Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey Bravo, KB0, WQM return.
Well, thank you, Chris. That's nice of you to say. And yeah, we've got your page pulled up, and can see some of your creations. Quite interesting. The equipment here is a Yaesu FTDX10. We've had this one since around the 1st of February. We have another one in our other location, Studio B, as my friend Todd has named them. And then we have that pair with a Heil PR781 microphone. The antenna is a 40-meter dipole, about 38 foot off the side of the tower. And we're running an ACOM 1000 amplifier, just about 700 on peaks there, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL. Well, can you give me a true radio report without the preamp there? Can you give me a true radio report into Missouri today, please?
Yeah, I don't run preamps. I tell them this the way they are. So you're anywhere from 5 and 5 to 5 and 6, but the audio is coming right above it, so it works out really well.
Roger on that there, Randy. All right, my friend. Well, I do appreciate you acknowledging my station. I have a friend of mine, Whiskey 2, Delta Lima Lima, who's about a half a mile from me that normally frequents this channel. Is this frequency normally in that frequency, over?
Yeah, Roger. Well, again, you kind of wonder when you start calling CQ in the evenings where the band is going to go or not go, and we've had Indiana, Ohio, Colorado, and we've got another station up there in Fort Collins says we're 10 over. They're on the live chat as well, so that's kind of cool. And then we've got you out in Buffalo, so it seems kind of like what it's been here lately. The band has been fairly open, maybe a little bit more noisy than it has the last couple of times out, but we're still able to copy 90% of the station, so hopefully that'll continue for the night there, Chris. Roger?
Yeah, Roger. Are you running horizontal? Are you in inverted V, or are you in OCS?
No, the dipole at the apex is about 38 foot. One leg is pointed to Washington State, which is maybe 10 foot off the ground. The other leg's pointed to Arizona, and it's maybe 4 foot off the ground with a bungee cord. That's just it.
Roger. Well, we're about 30 feet away the broadside anyway. We all know that inverted V's, depending on the angle, pretty much omnidirectional, but they have more of a lobe on the broadside. So we tried to orient it around 32 degrees to get Europe, and around 220, I don't know, 210, somewhere around there, so we get the South Pacific there, at least on the 20-meter band. I don't know how common, I'm sure it's a rare occurrence, but you get over into VKs here on the 40 meters there at QSL.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we wanted to get this antenna up in the air as quickly as we could one day to make a contact with our friends up in New York, and we just have a cable system on the side of the tower, and we strung it up and just put these 2 legs on each side like they are currently so we can make contact with our friend, and it seemed to work so well that we've never bothered to mess with it, and I don't think we're going to. As soon as I mess with it, it'll probably just go away, so we're going to leave it the way it is, and so far so good with it.
Roger. And K0 Romeo Whiskey Bravo, KD0WUN. I'm not going to hold you. I know there's a lot of stations out there wanting to make the contact with you. But like I said, thank you very much for acknowledging my call. And I hope to catch you on another band. 73s, and we'll be clear we'll be clear on your final. Back to you.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much for taking the time this evening, giving us a call. Nice to hear you up in the Buffalo area. Really nice to know the band is open up there. Yeah, your signal comes up, and again, the band moves it back down again, but we have had no problems copying it at all. So that's encouraging, and I hope the band gets better as the evening wears on. So, yeah, we're out here generally about 7 o'clock Central in the evenings. If you hear us out again, by all means, give us a shout, and we'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. Have a great Friday night, and a good weekend coming up as well, and we'll certainly see if we can work again real soon. Kilo Delta Zero, Whiskey, Quebec, November, Kilowatt Zero, Radio, Whiskey Bravo, 73s.
Yes, 73s, Randy. We'll be monitoring. Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Victoria.
Yeah, let him clear, guys. Let him clear.
12 more. Victor America, please shut down Zulu. You have yourself a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Kilo Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Victor America, 3 Sugar Zulu.
Yeah, the Victor America, and the stations out there, let's be kind and respectful to everybody else, if you would, please. Let the stations clear when they get done, and I'll call QRZ, and I'll be happy to try to work you all if I can. Let's just make sure that we're respectful to everybody else who's on the band as well, and I give you your time, I give them their time as well, if you would, please, and we'll go that route. I did hear a Kilo Charlie 1. If you're still in there, please give me the rest of your call, please.
Roger, it's Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Victoria, over.
Okay, fine business. Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, Whiskey, Victor, I believe you said, Roger?
Roger, Roger.
Okay, yeah, I'm having a hard time getting them right the first time, John, so I'm second-guessing myself, so I just want to make sure. Well, thank you, John, for giving us a call. Again, the name here is Randy, and the QTH, we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I'm up here in Boston, Massachusetts, the home of the Boston Red Sox, which they're on right now. And but I'm here in the band listening to you. I'm very fascinated by your streaming here, and I'm going to go listen to my voice a little later on. Great evening here. I'm just running barefoot in the wire. Yaesu FT990, and back to you, over.
Well, that's great, John. Well, thank you so much. Sounds good in my receive. Yeah, I'm really surprised that you're sitting in front of the radio instead of the TV. But anyway, I still appreciate you taking the time. The audio is really good with the rig as well, so it is definitely working fine for you. You have just now surpassed the other station in Buffalo, and you're now the longest contact at 1,236 miles there, Roger.
Roger. Well, if you saw my antenna, you'd laugh. It's a very droopy, off-center-fed dipole. But like the Oak antenna, it seems to work, so I'm not changing a thing on it. I've had great contacts all over the world, just about Europe and United States and down South America as well. But I won't keep
too. There are a lot of people sitting on there that want to talk to you. So, hopefully 73s, and thanks for the contact. Randy, have a good evening.
Well, no, thank you, John. Appreciate you standing by there and giving us a call. Always nice to work the stations when we can. And again, in the Boston area, well, that's really a nice little contact. So nice to see the equipment is working for both of us. You and I kind of think along the same lines here. If the antenna works, leave it alone and don't touch it. So that's going to be our mindset from here forward. So, John, thank you so much. Give us a call again. And, if you get a chance to check out the stream there and listen to the QSO, and you might enjoy it. Again, you sound good in my receive. You know, they don't have to use a lot of equipment to be really good here on 40 meters. So I think that works out for everybody. Hey, enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you again. And if you hear us again, by all means, give us a call back. Kilo Charlie 1, Foxtrot, Whiskey Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio, Whiskey Bravo. 73s.
73s, Randy. You're just peaking 5.9 plus 10 there. So great signal. 73s.
All right. Thanks again, John. 73s. We'll go ahead and clear with John. Did hear the other station there, Victor Alpha Station. Give me your complete call, please.
Victor America 3, Sugar Zulu.
Okay, Victor Alpha 3, Sugar Zulu. Got you that time. Thank you for giving us a call. I'll look at the meter next go-around, but got a nice report on you there, Roger.
Roger, Randy. Thank you very much for coming back. I was really anxious. I didn't want to lose you. I want to compare the signal. So how does my signal sound like?
Well, I've currently looked at the meter, and you're 5 and 7, but the audio is really good there, Roger.
They're both the same.
Well, that's okay then. That's great. You know, as long as we can hear each other, I'm okay with that. You know, in 10 minutes from now, you could be 20 over, or you could be 5 and 1. You just never can tell there, Roger.
Yes, sir. Well, anyway, Hendo Zen, Zulu Echo November. The difference, I'm running 100 watts, and you got a little bit more. While you're just testing that FTD extend. Excellent receiver. I love it.
Yeah, Roger. Well, for 100 watts, you're doing a great job. Tell me, what microphone do you have with it?
Original.
Oh, so you're using the hand mic.
Roger.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you've got it dialed in quite well, Zen. So it sounds really, really good. It does make me wonder sometimes if I'm wasting my money on electricity for the amplifier when a lot of the stations like yourself are running 100 watts and sound so good.
Well, maybe antenna makes a difference. I don't have nothing special, just inverted via 48 feet, but I will go up to about 75 feet over the next few days. Probably will improve a little bit. Anyway, I won't keep you, Randy. Thank you very much for coming back, and thanks for the kind words about our radios. We love it. You too, I'm sure. Enjoy it. Take care, and have a nice weekend. Whiskey Zero Radio, Whiskey Bravo. Victor America 3, Sugar Zulu. Have a good one.
Right. Thank you again, and thanks for hanging in there and coming back there. Nice to work you. First contact tonight up in Canada, so that's a great way to make the night as well. Feel free to come back anytime you hear us out there. If you sound like that, you're always welcome. You get 4 contacts in my receiver. We get you to log 4 times. You become a regular. Man, we throw confetti and we just have a big old time. So a couple more and you'll be there. Hey, enjoy your weekend as well. Thank you for giving us a call. I do appreciate it. Victor Alpha 3, Sugar Zulu, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Take care, 73s.
73, have a nice weekend and take care. Bye-bye, sir.
Roger, 73s. Okay, QRZ, any other stations, please?
November 4, X-ray, Juliet, Sierra.
Was there a November 4 X-ray question mark?
November 4, X-ray, Juliet, Sierra.
Well, I was getting close there, but there's a few other stations as well. Okay, Jamie, we got you that time. November 4, X-ray, Juliet, Sierra. Thank you so much. Again, the name here is Randy, the QTH, 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
Roger that. I am in East Tennessee, about an hour and 15 minutes northwest of Knoxville, and you're 20 over here.
Well, I appreciate that. I wish I had something to do with it, but, I think the conditions are making the big play for us this evening. So, it's okay. I'll look at the meter next go around. Didn't have any trouble pulling you out, that's for sure. And I think you said that you were just north of Huntsville. Yeah, I've got you up here in the logger. Well, I tell you, this week, Tennessee has been well represented here on 40 meters. We have just made one after another call in Tennessee. I'm not sure what you guys got in the ground or in the water or in the air, but you guys always seem to have great signals there, Roger.
Roger that. That's a good thing to know. We must be living right.
Well, there you go. She's right. Yeah, I just glanced at the meter that time, and you're 5 and 9. So, yeah, that's a really cool thing. When you can hear them like that, it's really good. We do have a friend of ours that's going to be over. Oh gosh, he lives just east of Lebanon, and is going to be helping a Boy Scout troop this weekend doing their. I guess it's called a jamboree or what have you. And I'm trying to think at the lake they're going to be at, but it should be a lot of fun. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of scouts around in your area that's going to be on the airs this weekend, Roger.
Roger that. We'll try to take care of them and show them a good time.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. I think it's a great way to give these scouts some exposure into ham radio, and I really hope that they enjoy it. And maybe some of them might even decide to be an operator at some point.
Absolutely. No, I think it's a great thing to get into it. I've not been doing it that long, and it's just been a lot of fun trying to figure out antennas and where to point them and how high to get them and those sort of things.
Oh, well, no doubt. Well, Jamie, they say on antennas, altitude is your friend, of course. So, getting them up as high as you can always seems to help. But it is a great thing about the hobby. There's really something here for everybody. Whether it's working phone or HF or digital modes or RTTY or even 2 meter and 440, that kind of stuff, FM. Or a lot of guys are even running AM again, which has been a lot of fun. So really a lot for everybody, and we really do enjoy ourselves here on 40 meters. It really seems to be a really good band, some great operators. People generally have some really great stories. They share information, and everybody just has a good time down here, and we just have fun talking with them there, Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, no, it's awesome. I enjoy listening to you, and I've got you up on YouTube, watch that all the time. So I just wanted to check in and tell you that we were listening down here in Tennessee and maybe in the running for your shortest contact instead of the longest.
Well, now I'm not. Well, it could be pretty close. It's showing 472 miles straight line. So, yeah, it could be pretty close. Well, I appreciate you checking out the stream. Hopefully, you've had a chance to subscribe or at least hit that notification bell. That lets you know when we're out here. So, generally here in the evenings, if we're here on 40 meters, and we've got the stream up. And I know a few people enjoy that and like to check in with us. And again, I've said it many times before, we're just having a great time with it. I have no idea where it's going to go. Didn't think it'd go as far as it did. We've got a few people that have subscribed to the channel, which I think is great. But that's a great thing. It's not it's not always the main thing. We're just having fun, and I think others are as well. And if it brings a little added dimension to the radio stuff, I think it's great as well there, Roger.
Roger that. I think it's awesome. I think keep up the good work. It's going to get bigger and bigger. But I really just wanted to check in and say hello. So I know there's a lot of people waiting, and I'll say 73 and have a great time.
Well, thank you so much, Jamie, for checking in with us and supporting the channel. I'm surprised we haven't had a contact. I don't show one in my log, and if I've missed it, then you'll have to let me know on the go round. But I don't see one here. But if not, hey, great, we got the first one out of the way, and only 3 more to go to become a regular. So that's just the way it is. But anyway, we got a good signal. So maybe the band's a little bit better shorter than it is longer. However, we've been to Buffalo, New York, and to Boston, so we've had to make those long contacts, and we've even had one in Boulder, Colorado as well. So the contacts are certainly coming in. Hey, enjoy the rest of your evening there on Friday night, and a great weekend. If you're out and about on the airways tomorrow, I know there's a lot of scout troops out there. Give them a shout if you happen to hear them. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. We're going to look forward to trying to grab a few of them as well. And we'll be back out again next week. And hopefully you'll have a chance to give us a call again. We'll just kind of pick it up where we left off. Thanks again. Enjoy your night. And we'll certainly look for you again. November 4, X-Ray Juliet Sierra, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Thanks again. Have a good night. Okay, QRZ, any other stations, please?
November 3, Yankee Uniform, Germany.
Okay, November 3, Yankee Uniform, Germany, I believe you said. Is that right?
Yeah, QSL, Randy. November 3, Yankee Uniform, Golf here. Name is Jason, and we're located in the state of Maryland. Mike Deldo.
Oh, fine business. Well, so far you're third for the longest contact, 950 miles. So that's doing pretty good. Again, boy, I don't know what it is with the East Coast. You guys always seem to come in and night out, and that's okay. Well, thank you so much for giving us a call. Not sure if you copied the mail. Our QTH here is 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Just out playing radio this evening, having a little fun making some contacts there, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, Randy. Yeah, I've been listening here for a little while and enjoying the chat going on. I heard the Boston station, but I think I'm a little bit too close for the Buffalo station that was in there. It's hearing several of the stations that you're getting to chat with there, and it's sounding great out here into Maryland. Kind of like you said, the signals aren't the strongest, but the audio is breaking through. You're about a 5.6 to 5.7 here, and but the audio is doing fine business coming through. And one thing I didn't catch was what you were running for an antenna on that end. I know you're on the FTDX10, but I didn't catch what the antenna was there. N3YUG, that's the K0RWP.
Yeah, we've got a 40-meter dipole that's about 30 feet off the side of the tower, and we have one leg pointed toward Washington State, and the other leg's pointed toward Arizona. So it's a very unusual configuration, but it's working for us, and we're not going to mess with it. It seems to be doing such a great job in that setup. We're just going to leave it alone there, Roger.
Hey, absolutely, man. I can't blame you. It's doing the job all the way out here with no problem. We're running a double bazooka up about 50 feet here on 40 meters, and in an inverted V, and it's pretty much broadside to the east and the west, so kind of headed in your direction for 40 meters. It's that height that's getting a little more offbeat directional. It does pretty well for us. We can't complain. We enjoy getting on, making some contacts, and just having fun with ham radio. That's always a good thing in the evenings or in the weekends here.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, that's really the whole thing of it, at least for me. You know, you put a microphone in front of me, well, I'll just say, "Where's the transmit switch?" and let me go at it. So, so that's kind of what we do there. Hey, I had your page pulled up here on QRZ, and we did move it across onto the stream. I wanted others to see the picture of the shack. That's really impressive. Very nice setup. I mean, very, very cool. The shelving and then the monitors on top of one another. Pretty neat little setup, and I wanted others to see that as well. You did a really, really super job on the layout on your page. Maybe I need to go back and look at mine a little bit better, but that is very, very cool there, Roger.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Randy. And the desk could use some updating. I'd really like to get a better desk. This one, it's pretty much pieced together. I pretty much built it with some sawhorses, plywood, and some couple boards, and one by one here, and just built the shelving of what I needed. It's thinning down a little bit, probably from the picture that's on there. I moved the old heat kit rig off. I wasn't using it very much. I made a little bit of room up there for some other things that wasn't taking up so much space. And added a couple little additions to it. I made an interface box with a single flip switch to now interface between 4 different rigs. And I made another interface box for Morse code keys. I enjoyed doing CW and enjoyed collecting keys, probably too much. So I have several of them here, and I like using a few different ones. So I made a little box, like plug 3 or 4 of those in, and just switch to whatever I want to use that day without having to drag everything out and plug in and do all that kind of stuff. So, but I know there's some more stations out there. I wanted to jump in, say hello, and let you know you got a great signal coming into Maryland here this evening. And hopefully we'll check in with you on Friday nights a little more often now that we found you. K0RWB from November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf.
No, I appreciate it very much, Jason. And yeah, hey, thanks for the rundown on the shack there. Yeah, a lot of work put into that, and some really cool equipment you've got sitting there. Sounds good in my receive. Of course, again, like we said earlier, the band is doing its thing here on 40, and that's just kind of what we learned to live with. But it certainly could be a lot worse. Yeah, we do try to get out here at least a couple of times a week here on 40 meters in the evening, but we always try to make sure we can try to get out here for 40 meter Fridays. And wanted to make sure we were out here this evening trying to help a friend of ours in Tennessee get the word out about the Boy Scouts. That'll be out tomorrow on the air, and hoping that people have a chance to at least get a chance to work them if they hear them. I know the Scouts will probably like that as well. So we wanted to get out here this evening, take some time. We also did an update to our QRZ page. We've got a special event coming up in December called the Christmas Train, and we put a picture of the QSL card on our QRZ page. With a little quick, little brief right below it, and we'll have more details as we get closer. But myself and 4 other operators around the U.S. have a special event calls for us that spells out the word train, which will be quite fun. So we just wanted to get some information out there. Hey, Jason, thanks for giving us a call there in Maryland. Do appreciate it very much. 950 miles straight line. Nice to see the 40 meters is reaching out there for both of us. Feel free to come back anytime. You hear us out there, we'll just kind of pick it up we left off. I tell people all the time, we've always got new updates, things to talk about, and whatever, and that's what we try to do here. So enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great weekend, and look for us again. November 3, Yankee Uniform Golf, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. Have a good evening, 7-3s.
You too, Randy. Have a great evening. And, yeah, I saw the Christmas train special event on your page also there, so we'll check a little more about that out. And appreciate you putting things up on the stream there. I get to go over there and listen to see what kind of audio adjustments we need to make here, if any. So have a great evening and enjoy the stations tonight. I'm 3YUG over the K0RWB.
Okay, 7-3. Thanks again. QRZ, any other stations, please come with your call.
November 8, Kilo 4, Bravo Tango.
Okay, there was a Kilo 4 station?
Kilo 4, Delta Bravo Tango.
Boy, I would have never have guessed we'd have 2 Kilo 4s. There was one, I believe, ending in Tango, because you both hit it at the same time. So let's see if we can pull that one. The Kilo 4 question mark ending in Tango.
Kilo 4, Delta Bravo Tango in East Tennessee.
Delta Bravo Tango. Okay, got you that time, Don. What's the chances of that happening? Gosh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for standing by there and giving us a call. We just finished with our friend Jason in Maryland. Nice to hear again, Tennessee. Boy, I tell you, you guys have just been hitting it off here this week into my receive here in Kansas City. You guys sound great there, Roger.
Roger, you sound like you're right here in the room with me. You're 20 over 5'9" or whatever. I'll not tie you up or whatever and let you get back in there. I'm sure there's a lot of other stations wanting to give you a yell. It's a big Kilo Delta Bravo Tango. We'll be clear.
Well, thank you, Don. Yeah, you sound good in my receive, too. You're 5'9 plus, so we've got a good little pipeline between us. 663 miles straight line is what the logger says, so that's a nice little trip as well here on 40 meters. By all means, feel free to come back anytime. Signals like that, boy, you're always welcome. 4 contacts in my log, Don, you become a regular, as I tell people. So, hey, we'll throw confetti and have a big old party. 3 more to go, so anytime you hear us, give us a call there, and we'll just pick it up. Sounds very good in my receive. Have a good night. Thank you once again. Kilo 4, Delta Bravo Tango, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3. Okay, how about the other Kilo 4? I didn't think that would happen, but we've got 2 of them there. The other Kilo 4 station, give me your call again, please. The other Kilo 4 station, are you still there? Go ahead. Well, I guess you just didn't or can't hear me. QRZ, any other stations, please?
Kilo Yankee 4 Golf Juliet.
November 8, portable 8. November 8, portable 8.
Okay, the Kilo Yankee 4, give me again.
Kilo Yankee 4 Golf Juliet.
Kilo Yankee 4 Golf Juliet. Jim, and the portable station, I hear you. Just hang in there 1 second. We'll get back to you as well. Hey, James, good evening. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Are you setting up for the Jamboree?
Well, we're going to check in. Richard, who is over by Lebanon, Tennessee, he told me about it on the air Monday, and then we had a conversation on the phone, and I told him I would be more than willing to try to check it with him tomorrow morning, and if the propagation was good, we'd even try to live stream it so the kids can come back and listen to it later.
Well, good. I was just poking around and hunting on the frequency to see if I could hear any stations, and I heard you mention it, so I just wanted to reach out and say hello. And you got a beautiful signal. It's 5.9 in the Clover, South Carolina tonight, and it's probably about plus 20. It's beautiful audio, so just wanted to reach out and say hello.
Yeah, you know, I should have asked him the other day, and I didn't, when they were starting. He mentioned to me that they were going to get their group together and try to start transmitting around 10 o'clock Central tomorrow. And I think they had 3 or 4 other operators, so they're going to be trying to operate on multiple different bands, antennas, and so forth. And, you know, nothing worse than to get these kids all excited and you call CQ and there's nobody out there, or there's nothing but static. So I really would hate to see that happen. So I'm hoping propagation will be okay, and I'm hoping that, you know, we'll have a chance to work on. My understanding is it's nationwide, so maybe there's a whole lot of activity as well, Roger.
Roger, it's actually worldwide, and it's classified as the biggest scouting event that happens at one time, because all the jamborees and the other things are smaller, but they've had in the past over 1 million participants in that one day. And what website had you been looking at? Because I'm active in a troop here, but we don't have a radio presence in that troop. I'm going to change that, and I just wanted to see if I could track a couple of them down and see if I can make some of those kids' days too.
Well, I didn't know anything about a website. Richard didn't tell me anything about that. He told me that he was going to try to start on 40 meters tomorrow at 10 a.m. And I said, hey, I'll be out and about. Hopefully we can hear, you know, whoever. But if there's a website, I didn't know anything about it. At least he didn't mention it to me. But the nice thing is, what you've just said is more information than I've got. So I'm glad you checked in and got to throw that out there for us.
Well, I'm a life scouter. I'm an Eagle Scout, but I'm in it for life, and so I actually just signed up to teach radio merit badge as one of the merit badges that I can teach in our troop, and so maybe in the year's future I can actually sponsor a station for this. But like I say, it actually started tonight, I think at 5, but I haven't heard any stations on tonight other than just tuning up and kind of getting ready. And so yeah, let's hunt for them tomorrow and try to give them a good day, because there's a lot of kids out there that are just wanting to soak this kind of stuff up.
Yeah, I think you're right. Matter of fact, Wednesday night we were out here doing our live stream here on 40, and we had a station that checked in from Nevada, and his son had gotten the radio merit badge. So because I was talking about it, because I told my friend Richard we would try to help get some of the, you know, kind of get some exposure to it and kind of get the word out. And he said his son had got it, and his son is still in the hobby today. And you know, I think that's terrific. And again, if this weekend, you know, it kind of gets one scout interested in maybe pursuing getting their license or whatever, I think we've all kind of done our job. And to give these scouts some exposure to amateur radio and what all it can tell, I just think it's a great thing for all of them.
Yeah, if they're willing to sit down and see the mic, their heart's going to be racing a mile a minute, and they're going to be so excited that they're going to want to pursue it a little further. And it's not just a couple of them; it's going to be a higher percentage than you think. And
and I'm just saying it from experience.
Yeah, that's great. Well, like I said, I'm hoping that the propagation is open at least so I can get to them. And I mean, I'll be happy to talk to any of them, but I was going to try to help Richard there in Tennessee. And if the propagation was good, he did say that one of the operators there had a hotspot, so they were going to be able to have internet access. And if it was good, I was going to go ahead and live stream it. That way the kids can either listen or watch it live or go back later and listen and hear themselves on the channel, which I think would be fun for them. So I'm hoping everything kind of falls into place and it works out well. Keeping my fingers crossed that we'll have some good propagation there, Roger.
Well, Roger, name here's Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, and I would just say, just to give you some advice, just spread the word of what we just talked about and make it a good day for these kids, because, I mean, we're right about this. It's gonna spur the interest, and be patient with them, and they're gonna be slow to QSO, but, you know, because they're gonna be being told behind them what's going on, but they're gonna be loving it.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, again, we've got some people here that are watching us here on the live stream, and we've got folks here on the chat as well that have made some comments about it. So we'll certainly try to do our part with it. And I'm hoping that everybody will get a chance to work the scouts, and I know they're going to be excited, maybe a little apprehensive, like any of us were when you shove a microphone in their face, and or knowing what to say or what not to say, or one-word answers. Hopefully we can get around that too. So we'll see how it goes. But Jim, I appreciate you giving us a call, and thank you for the information from experience. On the Jamboree. Again, I didn't really ask the right or enough questions with Richard, but we're still going to try to do our thing here. So nice to hear in Clover, South Carolina. First contact in the South Carolina tonight, and we usually have a couple others in that area as well. Maybe they'll pop their heads out here later. We're not sure, but thanks for the update and the information. We do try to be out here at 7 o'clock Central in the evenings here on 40 meters, and if we're out here on 40, we're generally live streaming on YouTube on our YouTube channel, which is our call. So if you're interested in listening to our QSO, give a look and a listen, K0RWB, and I've also got a link on my QRZ page as well. So, hey, 73, thanks for giving us a shout. Thank you for the info on the Jamboree. Hopefully, who knows, we might be able to work each other tomorrow as well, too, so you can never tell. But if you hear us again, please stop in, give us a call. We'll pick it up where we left off. 7-3s for now. Kilo Yankee 4, Golf Juliet, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s.
7-3s. Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. This is Kilo Yankee 4, Golf Juliet. I'll be clear.
Okay, 7-3s. The portable station, I think it was a November 8 question mark?
This is November 8, Lima, Oscar uniform, NHOU, portable, Peninsula of Michigan. Back to you.
All right, on the portable. Outstanding. Well, that's great. We'll give another look on the meter next go-round and see where you're at in the clear. But, hey, thanks for standing by in there. I'm glad you did. Again, the name here is Randy, and the QTH. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. There, go ahead.
K0RWB, Randy in Kansas City. The name is Lou, Lima Oscar uniform. I'm portable, Upper Peninsula, Michigan. I'm near Whitefish Point, which is about 60 miles northwest of Sault Ste. Marie and just off the Canadian border. We're running portable at a campsite with a 80-meter dipole in the tree and a Icon 7300. Back to you, Randy.
Oh, man, that's great. That is really, really great. Good for you. That is awesome. Again, you don't have to have a lot of equipment or a lot of power to do really well here on 40 meters. I mean, we're not terribly far away from each other, but gosh, you've been sitting a good 5 and 9, and yeah, that 7300 audio, boy, that sure comes through there, Roger.
Yep, and I'm just a little generator purring outside. Been on the air most of the evening chatting with friends all over the country, and I heard you on tonight, so I thought I'd make a quick contact. And yeah, anybody that's out there, if you can bring one of those kids along, that really makes a big thing.
I think so. You know, I think it's something that they've kind of geared up the entire year, and I know that the scout troops and some of the other organizations have really kind of kind of getting excited and kind of look forward, to these days. And I just think there's going to be enough operators out there, and I just hope the propagation will help us all.
Yep, we can just hope for good band conditions and get them on the air, because once they set that hook, they'll a high percentage of them, I think, will follow up, and that's a good thing for amateur radio in the future. So we'll send it back to you, Randy. K0RWB and 8LOU portable.
Oh, no problem. No, I think you're right. I really do. I did have the pleasure and the opportunity. This would have been a middle part of May. To contact or make contact with an operator down by Houston, Texas, 9 years old, and he had his technician license, but he was in the shack with his dad, working with his dad there on his call, and I tell you, he knew the phonetic alphabet a lot better than some of us do, I will say that, but he carried himself quite well, handled himself very, very good on the air, and that just tells me that that's the future of the hobby, and that seems to be in good shape. You just can't have enough of those kind of operators there, Lou. Roger?
Yeah, I belong to a radio club here in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, besides downstate, and we've got some new young amateurs here in the area, and they are quite proficient, and they want to do the right thing. They want to be good operators, and I think that says a lot. It says a lot to the parents for their upbringing. Back to you.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm hoping that these kids that take it a step further will get some support and can find a good Elmer. That seems to me to really make the difference. I was very fortunate to have a very good Elmer when I started, and I like to think put me on the right path. And you always try to pay things forward, and we're always willing to help. Whenever asked, and I think the majority of operators are as well. I really, especially here on 40. I mean, I've seen it time and time again that people are willing to share information or give advice on a particular piece of equipment or antenna they've used and so forth. And and that's a great thing. A couple of 3 or 4 months back, we had an operator in Michigan, Papa Phil, that was looking for a match for a kidney. We got the word out. We did a K4P special event, Kidney for Papa Phil event, and the ham community just, they all came together to try to help get the word out for the guy, and he ended up getting a match. He's had a kidney and is doing quite well, and I mean that's just what we do here on amateur radio. That's a great thing about the hobby there, Roger.
Yeah, one of the young hams that I know from years back was involved with that. He has a canine call, and quite active with that. Canine KOP, I believe his call is now. And yeah, it's amazing how that the young hams are so sincere about sports.
Oh, they sure are, and and I'm hoping these scouts tomorrow are going to be just big giant sponges, and are going to soak all this in. And I just think that it's just going to be fun for everybody. I mean, there's going to be, like I said, there's going to be one-word answers and those kind of things, because I can certainly understand some of the apprehension of having a microphone in their face and knowing not what to say and those kind of things. But it's a great learning experience for them, and actually for us too. It's good to have a little bit of patience. 59 QRZ is not going to work, and that's okay as well. So I would anticipate it being a great event for everybody, and I'm really glad that I got asked to kind of help, or at least to be aware of it, which I was not aware of this until Monday. So I told them we would try to help get the word out. So we're just trying to do our part there and hope other people are listening to it as well. Roger?
Roger. And I'll be travel day tomorrow, but I should be home in time to maybe be on the air tomorrow night. And yeah, if you coach them along, you'll get a lot of information out of them. You can't push them, you can't force them, and last of all, don't be short with them. So that's the kind word out there for everybody. Be patient with them. So thank you very much, Randy. I'll let you make some more contacts tonight. K0RWB, Kansas City, and 8LOU Portable 8, Newberry, Michigan, Squaminon Swamp. Thanks for the contact.
No problem at all. Yeah, the portable is doing quite good for you. We've run portable several times this year and had a great time with it. And boy, that 7300 is just singing. That's terrific. Yeah, hey, thanks again for giving us a call. if you hear us again, by all means, give us a call again as well, and we'll just kind of pick it up where we left. Well, sure, we'll have something else to talk about. No problem at all. So, anyway, 7-3s, enjoy your Friday evening up there, Portable, and have a safe trip when you head back to the home QTH. November 8, Lima Oscar Uniform, a Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
7-3.
Okay, QRZ, and the other stations, please.
Before you go.
November 4, Quebec, November Tango.
Okay, nice big signal there. November 4, Quebec, November Charlie, I believe you said, Roger?
Oh, okay, yeah, last letter is Tango. November 4, Quebec, November Tango. Good evening to you, Randy, and checking out your YouTube, of course, the stream. And sounds good over both ways, actually. So you have the OBS, maybe. I'm not sure if that's what you're using. I know Doug uses that, but looking good, sounding good. This is Art Alpha Romeo Tango, and I'm in North Carolina, about 100 miles northeast of Charlotte. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Well, thank you, Art. And it never fails. I type it right, and I said it wrong. I did have the Tango. And how I got Charlie from Tango, I'm not sure, but we've got it properly here in the log and got the and have your page pulled up here as well. So, well, thank you for that. And yeah, we are using OBS. Actually, Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform down in Florida, he's the one that kind of helped me get this thing squared away. And these are all his suggestions, recommendations, and so forth, and it has worked out well for us. We had a few issues in the beginning. We were running a 7-300 at a time, so we were using a third-party software, so that kind of limits us on what we could do with screens. Currently, we have 3 screens running at once. Of course, we can put the radio display onto the channel with the video capture card, which certainly simplifies things. But it has been a great bit of fun. We really enjoyed it. I think other people are enjoying it as well. We do have a chance to talk to Doug quite often, and Alex, and we also have a chance to talk with Joe down in Mississippi that does some live streaming from time to time. Todd in Pennsylvania has done some. He's been off the air for a while, but he's back around as well. It's just been a lot of fun, and I think it's a great added dimension to amateur radio there, Roger.
Oh yeah, totally agree, Randy. It's it's something experimenting, of course, and people get to maybe look at their signal. Like for instance, I am observing the waterfall. A little bit of a delay, of course, but hey, that's the stream. That's how it works. But I'm happy to see the waterfall here with what it's supposed to do with this rig anyway. The Apache Labs Anon, that nice clean signal coming out there with no flares out the left and right side. So good. So yeah, like things like that, critiquing or listening to the audio and always going back to it and having the opportunity to hear it as well. So yes, it's all good with the streaming, and it promotes ham radio too. A lot of people might be on the fence and maybe they're perusing YouTube and they come across that stuff, and who knows, it might spark interest and get somebody else in the hobby. So like you mentioned at the last QSO, great to hear about the jamboree and the scouts getting involved, and that's always a great thing. Out of the whole group, you figure if they capture, maybe 2% might take on the hobby and go forward with it. That's great. So more the merrier. Over.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, the one thing that I enjoy, especially with here on the stream and putting the display up, is I like to watch the oscilloscope. I like to see the audio wave pattern. You see those peaks and valleys around the mids, the lows, and the highs, and that's kind of what I like to look at. Again, it all depends on, again, I am not an expert in audio, and I never critique people's audio that way whatsoever, because it's always in the ear of the listener. And I tell them a lot of times, what are you trying to accomplish? Or do you want something audio tone for rag chewing, or something for DX work, or to bust pileups? You're going to set things up differently for that. Nice. The newer rigs have an SD card. Of course, this does as well. I have about 4 different audio settings for different types of conditions and setups. And I think a lot of people don't know that or didn't realize they could do those kind of things. And and this was a big eye-opener for me when I started touching base with Alex in January on his live stream. I didn't know that was possible. I thought it was really cool to be able to listen to yourself and see, the signal strength and those kind of things. And he suggested it because there was nobody here in the Midwest at that point, and I'm not sure if there is now. So, we don't usually hear the same stations, so we're working different stations at different times of the day. So it's kind of a cool thing. We really, really have enjoyed it, and I think others have as well there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, 100%, Randy. And, that's a good point as well. So many, different areas of the country, different regions, and conditions vary. So kind of cool that even with the WebSDR network that's out there, of course, the Kiwi receivers, SDR receivers, and then the websdr.org website's another way to, someone that's maybe wanting to listen, and kind of cool. And then also use those as antennas across the country. There's times when I can't pull a station out, I'll revert to one of those SDR sites, and it's like having an antenna there. So, a lot of fun stuff out there. So, Randy, pick up some more. Have a great weekend. Thanks for picking me up. I certainly appreciate the great QSO as always. Beautiful signal. My goodness, you've been 10 over 9 the whole time. We have a pipeline here at the moment. So I'll listen out. All the best. K0RWB from N4QNT, Art in North Carolina.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad we got a chance to work again. So we're going to get the confetti out. This is number 4 contact, at least in my log. So so now you're a regular. Now, 2 of them you probably won't notice. There was one in February of 2015, Christmas Day of 2015. That would have been on the Christmas train, myself and K8NY. And then June the 8th, we had a QSO here on 40. The first 2 in 2015 would have been under the old call, Whiskey 9, Radio Whiskey Bravo, in 2015. And then we changed to this call, I think, about 4 years ago, give or take. So, but that's 4 contacts, so you become a regular in my book. So you're definitely welcome back anytime there, Roger.
Oh, well, great, Randy. At least someone's keeping a log around here. My goodness, way to go. I just started one, actually. I finally got in, well, thanks to Doug. Doug showed me this log for OM program, and I'm really enjoying it. It interfaces very well to the radio and all the software, and so I'm starting to keep it going here, especially when I'm doing the FT8 stuff. And just now, anytime, just everybody pops right up. QRZ pages come up, and just click on log in, and it's all set. So good info. I appreciate it. All the best from N4QNT.
Hey, Roger. Well, if you're watching the stream, keep an eye on the stream here, because that page just pulled up. We've been using Log for Old Men since 2016. And that's all we use. Actually, I had some people, several operators months back, ask me what logging program we were using, and I described this one to them, and they were asking how difficult it was to set up and so forth. So we actually made a short YouTube video on the setup of Log for Old Men, and not too detailed, but where to download it, how to get it set up, how to get it connected with your radio, and so forth. And it was a lot of fun putting together, and it's a great program. We have certainly supported their efforts with a monetary donation from time to time when they do these new updates. I think it's a great program. It does interface really, really well. I like it because it pulls in the grid square. So if you're a grid chaser, it shows that grid location right then and there, and it shows that you and I are 788 miles apart. So they can't all be bad there, Roger.
Oh, exactly. Those are the fine points of that program, and we're enjoying every moment of it. I was kicking myself like, wow, why haven't I found this earlier or heard about it? But to me, one of the best out there. So easy to interface. Of course, OmniRig helps if older rigs that need the CAT connection, and of course the Flex and the Anon and the other one, the Sun SDR. Pretty easy peasy connection. So just about with any rig. So really good stuff.
Yeah, and again, and this is kind of the stuff that we like to do here on the channel, Art, is basically to share information. It's one thing for me to say, oh, Log for Old Men's great, but you get somebody else who's used it, get some inputs on it and so forth. And I'm certainly not opposed to anything that's free. Again, I do like to support them so they can continue making updates and so forth. But that's the great thing that we like doing here is exactly what you've done is kind of given your expertise and your thoughts on the program and how well it's worked for you, and maybe that has others to give them a chance to look at it. We've used them all. We used HRO when it first came out, or HRD, excuse me, and a few others, and then we came across this one, and we still have one of the older versions that we've used on our laptop, and it works real well. Then we get the updates. What are we at? 2.17, I think, is what the current one is right now. And I just think that it does what it's supposed to. But we do have a pipeline between us. Again, if you're watching the meter, you've been 10 over just about the entire time as well. So I don't know if it's the East Coast. Boston and Buffalo was a little sketchy about an hour ago. Maybe the band is rolling down your direction because we had a couple of contacts in South Carolina that were really, really good. And so I'm waiting to hear Georgia and Mississippi, Alabama here for long, the way the band is rolling there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Randy, it seems like since that little solar event that happened a few days ago, it didn't make a huge impact. The bands were a little dim for a while, but boy, did they recover nicely. 12 meter today was hopping worldwide on FT8. Everything was coming in. Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, of course. Oh, gosh, it was great to see that. And, of course, stateside, Hawaii, Alaska. So when you see that on 12 meter, that's a great sign. Hopefully this minimum is behind us and the uptick has begun. So, all right, I'm going to bug out here, Randy. I appreciate the great QSO, and good for you to keep it going. I'm usually, I'll hey, thanks for the contact. See you later, Oh, good old rag, too. I certainly appreciate it. So I'll listen out. N4QNT.
Well, no problem. Well, again, when we started this channel, we're not a fan of 5.9 QRZ. This is not a contest. We'd like to be respectful of everybody's time and try to give everybody equal time. The 10 or 15 minute QSO, we really can't do that, so we try to find a happy medium. But some people just want to come in and say hi, say we'll watch the stream, and then sit on the side. That's totally fine. Again, I like it. People they do take the time to stop and say hi. We appreciate that very much, and that's kind of what this is all about. So again, we just kind of do the way the thing flows and see where it goes exactly. So anyway, thanks again. And like I said, number 4, well, maybe number 1 now in your log, but that's okay. You've got the right one as far as I'm concerned. So, but by all means, come back anytime. Our great signal sounds terrific in my receive. Of course, I'm sure you've been told that before. If you've talked to Doug, you probably listened to his stream too. So. No worries. Hey, enjoy your Friday evening and the weekend coming up. Hope you get a chance this weekend to talk to some of the scouts on the Jamboree. They should be out there. We're going to try to do our part with them tomorrow as well and see if we can make a few contacts with them. So we recommend other operators do that as well. November 4, Quebec, November Tango. This is Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo, Randy in Kansas City, 7-3.
7-3, good evening, and have a great weekend.
Okay, take care. We're going to be good till the bottom of the hour. We've got time for just a couple more calls. K0RWB, QRZ. Anybody else, please?
Kilo Hotel 9 Alpha Echo.
The Alpha Echo station again, please?
Yeah, name's Dave. Kilo Hotel 9 Alpha Echo. Yeah, we're down here in Texas and just topping the mail. You got a very good signal. You're running 10 plus up to about 20 there. And we're just kind of looking around the band there.
Well, I appreciate it, David, giving us a call, and thank you thank you for the flowers. I'm glad to see that this equipment is working like I thought it should, but the band has a lot to say about it. So, however, first contact in the Texas tonight. So thank you so much for that. I'm not sure if it's timing or just what. I would think I'd get into Texas a lot more than I do, but I really do have a little bit of a struggle from time to time. So nice to hear you from, is it New Baden, Texas? Is that about right there, Roger?
Yeah, it's New Baden. My family settled this back in the 1880s, and they all came, both my grandmother and grandfather came from Baden, Germany. So it's supposed to be actually pronounced New Baden because you have names like Hearn, Kossi, Marquet, Bremont, and a bunch of German names. As a matter of fact, in Hearn, during World War II, Hearn had a prisoner of war camp, and they had about 700 German prisoners of war out there at Camp Hearn there.
Oh, wow. How about that? Very cool. So you definitely have some family lineage there in the area. That's pretty cool. And getting that set up. And, well, I thought a while ago the call seemed kind of familiar. We did have a contact December 23rd, almost a year ago, December, here on 40 meters as well. So, wow, I guess we were about to do again for another contact. So thanks very much for that. Yeah, again, you've got a good signal here. You've been 5.9 plus here in the receive. So we definitely have a nice little pipeline tonight there, Roger.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, rundown, we're running the 7300, running the ACOM 1010, about 450 watts, and a two-element wire beam about 35 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that probably ought to work for you. So give me your thoughts, your impressions of the 1010. We came really close to buying that amplifier.
Well, I really do like it, and we've had both the 2100B and the 811A, and by far on the power range, we do like the 1010. One thing about the 1010, it does actually have like a tuner to the point that in there, but let me see, we got 400 watts forward and 3 watts reflected. But anyway, we're just running direct, but we really love this 1010 amplifier. And as a matter of fact, we really like the little tuning aid right above the load dial, because when it's in the green, it's good, and if it flickers between the orange to the right and to the left, we got it tuned up pretty good there.
Oh, that's great. Well, I appreciate your rundown on the amplifier. We came real close October last year of buying the 1010. The HRO out in Virginia had two of them, one new and one used, and the used one was $100 less than the new one. And I thought, well, how are you going to sell that used one when you can buy a brand new one for another $100? And he really couldn't answer that. So I said, well, what else do you have besides that? And he says, we have a 6-month-old ACOM 1000, but that's in our Texas store, Waco. I think it's Waco or maybe Denton, Texas. I can't remember. It's in our Texas store. I said, okay, I understand. So I did call them, and we were able to work it out. So we're running the ACOM 1000 here. Mine works just pretty close to yours. I've got an actual menu that I scroll over to, and if you get the triangle on top of the center of the bar, then it tunes up. But it usually takes less than about 10 seconds to tune, and it's very simple. It has a lot of safety features, the same as your amplifier. Of course, I only run one tube, and it runs about $500, so you want to make sure you don't hurt them too much. But this we usually set this right around 700 watts. It just kind of lopes along, and we let it do its thing, and it seems like that's enough wattage to get the job done most times there, David. Roger? Well, I hope the band didn't drop out, because you've been 5.9 over, and now you're right at my noise level there. Maybe the band shifted, or did you happen to turn the amp off? Well, I really hate when the band does that. You're there 1 second and gone the next. I don't think we're going to continue this QSO, but we did get something in there, and we gave signal reports, so that's a contact. So maybe it'll come back around, David. I'm not sure, but hey, thanks for the second contact on 40. So thank you for that one, and hopefully we'll have a few more. Hoping the band won't drop out like that. I'm not sure which, but have a good evening. Thank you so much for giving us a call. Like I said, first one in Texas. 7-3s, have a great evening and enjoy your weekend. Kilo Hotel 9 Alpha Echo, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll be clear. Okay, QRZ, any other stations, please?
November Uniform 3 Quebec.
November Uniform 3 Quebec, I believe you said. Roger?
Yeah, Randy, how you doing? It's Bob here. I was on the live stream with you and Alex a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, fine business. So what's going on in Pennsylvania tonight?
I'm just chilling out from a crazy week at work. Hi.
Yeah. Well, now, we don't use that four-letter word around here, so we don't like to say work, okay?
Understood. Hi. Yeah, how you been, Randy?
Oh, my gosh. You know what? Never a dull moment, I guess. We've been retired for a while, and I kid you not, it seems like we're a whole lot busier than we ever were before. But we do manage to get through the days, and we're fortunate enough that we do get a little time in the evenings most times for radio as well there, Roger.
QSL, yeah, I managed to get some time in the weekend here. I'm busy doing weeknights and stuff. So, yeah, I hear you there, but I saw your live stream there the other day. You were talking about the Christmas train there. Go ahead.
Yeah, and we did put a little bit of an intro on our QRZ page. I know people were asking about it, and we're not trying to hide it and give it out the last minute. All we're really trying to do right now is just kind of get the word out. We really want to make it a great event that I hope everyone enjoys. So I just I put the picture out there what the QSL card is going to be, and just a quick little write-up below that. But as we get closer and closer to the Christmas time, we'll have a little bit more information out. And Alex was gracious enough to be an operator, or we'd like to say an engineer, for those couple of days. And we have 5 of us total that will be doing this, a bunch around the country that have also decided to give me some of their time. So we're really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping it's something else that everybody out there, like yourself included, will enjoy. And if they want a card, then we'll be able to get one for them. Roger. Well, I'm hoping this isn't things to come. Bob, because you just dropped out on me as well. Hopefully I didn't drop out on you. Wow, maybe the band is really moving. I'm not sure. Hey, we'll just call it. Anyway, I hope you got most of the information. But thank you for giving us a call. And if you hear from Alex before I do, tell him I said hello. We haven't had a chance to talk with him lately. So be safe out there Friday evening, Bob. And thanks again for Pennsylvania. I'm sure we'll talk again. November Uniform 3 Quebec, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo 7-3s. A strange night for the band. QRZ, any other stations, please? Yeah, I did hear a Yankee Bravo station. You're right about the noise level. We'll try to make this work. Turn up the volume. Try it again. Well, something's going on with the band because the waterfall is showing absolutely nothing across the band there. We're going to try, we'll try one more time. If not, we'll shut it down. QRZ, any stations.
Kilo 3, Sierra Delta Lima.
Okay, I got the Kilo 3 that time. You must have put another quarter in the box there. Try it again. Give me the full call.
Kilo 3, Sierra Delta Lima.
Okay, Kilo 3, Sierra Delta Lima. Daniel, now no problem hearing you there. I was beginning to wonder. The waterfall almost went non-existent, but maybe you just opened up Maryland, or Roger?
Yeah, it may have been another operator in there before, but I figured I'd wait till you got strong on my meter here before I called you there. That way you could hear me better, I believe. But it's band's changing around a little bit, but you're still pretty strong right now, Randy. I think I talked to you about maybe a couple months ago. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the call here is K3 SDL, and the name is Dan. We're in Brunswick, Maryland. But northwest of Washington. Over.
Yeah, Dan, I've got your page pulled up, and I've got you here on the log as well. August 14th, we worked here on 40 meters. It was at 0:22, so that would have been about an hour earlier from now. So for me, that had been 7:30 Central Time. So yeah, so not that long ago. I guess we were due again. And all of a sudden the band is really starting to move around. I'm not sure if it's going to move to the west or what, but gosh, we'll try to work them all we can here, Roger.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just want to let you know that you're making it out here to Maryland, no problem. Been listening for a good while, and I'm very strong here. Most of the time it's 15, 20 over, and it does drop down to 9 occasionally, but no, good conditions here so far. But the weather's been nice here today. We've got a little rain coming in tomorrow and a little cooler on Sunday. And it's the weekend, so we're going to enjoy it. How about yourself?
Well, yeah, it's that time of year, or I guess time of fall. We've gotten rid of the humidity for the most part, which is very welcomed. And the temperatures have cooled down a little bit, which is really nice. A few kind of chilly nights since we're used to this hot weather. So it's nice to see this starting to transition. I'm not ready for any snow yet by any stretch, but nice to see at least the humidity has kind of dropped down. And yeah, I think the Boy Scout Jamborees this weekend, we kind of trying to help get the word out for that. I know they're. I believe we had actually a scout from South Carolina earlier that mentioned it. He had given us a lot of information. They had started tonight, or a lot of them were getting ready. And then I know we've got some scouts that I had talked with some people that were going to be helping the scouts there in Tennessee. So we're going to try to be out and around about 10 o'clock Central. Hopefully we can hear the scouts. Propagation will be there. And if it's good enough, we're going to try to do our live stream for them as well. So they'll have a chance later to listen to themselves on the playback. But I guess it all depends on if we've got propagation or not, Dan. Roger?
Okay, Randy. I'll check that out there. I heard bits and pieces of it, but not up to par on it. I'll check it out there and see what that's all about there. And well, good luck, and I hope you all enjoy. I won't tie it up. I know some other guys are going to come in there and call you as well. And but Randy, take care, and I appreciate you coming back to me. 73 to you, and enjoy the weekend. Okay?
Yeah, you too, Dan. Thank you again for stopping by, giving us a call. Boy, that was a good signal. I was getting word there for a little bit. Maybe we had an antenna issue, but boy, there's a good strong 5.9 signal, and the audio is good as well. If there's any noise, you took care of it, so that's terrific. So at least we got a good line into Maryland, no doubt. Hey, look for us again. Thanks for taking the time tonight. Kilo 3 Sierra Delta Lima, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 73s.
Okay, Randy, thanks and enjoy, and appreciate you coming back, and we'll catch you again in probably about another 2 months. 73 to you, K3SCO.
Okay, sounds good. Or sooner if you want. Don't you don't have to wait 2 months. At least I hope not. Okay, have a good evening. Take care. QRZ, any other stations, please?
Kilo Charlie 3, Romeo Delta Victor.
Kilo Charlie 2, Romeo Delta Victor, I believe you said.
Almost. Kilo Charlie 3, 123, Romeo Delta Victor. URL?
That's what I get for thinking sometimes, Don. Okay, we got it right this time. Kilo Charlie 3, Romeo Delta Victor. Got you that time. Yeah, sometimes I get ahead of myself. Well, another one from PA. Pennsylvania's well represented this evening there. Go ahead.
USL, yeah, I've got you about 5'9" here. I'm about 50 miles north of Philadelphia. Over.
Oh, terrific. Yeah, we got you here on my logger as well. You have a chance to kind of zoom in a little bit. Of course, the logger gives me the grid square. and then the north. So yeah, we got a pretty good idea where you're at there, Roger.
K0RWB from KC3RDV. You still there?
Yeah, I hope it didn't take a dive. You know, I'm too long-winded between the go-rounds there. It must have took a dive for both of us, but I've got you that time.
Yeah, I think I had somebody tuning up near me just above us, so that kind of wiped everything out. Over.
Yeah, well, it happens sometimes, and the band is moving around. You've gone 5 and 9 to 5 and 3 to 5 and 5, back up again. So it's that time of night, I guess, here for 40 meters.
I guess so. So I was looking at your QRZ page. Where's the train ride at?
Well, it's going to be a virtual train. I did this with another operator 5 or 6 years ago, the two of us, and I had a great time with it. I think he may have been doing something still, I'm not sure, but I decided to do something a little different this year. So we kind of put this together a couple of months ago. I have 4 other operators who are gracious enough to give me their time. They're located around the different parts of the country. And so I've had, all we're trying to do is kind of get the word out. We're really hoping that it really takes off, and we're hoping that we can make some good contacts, see if people are interested in a card. They'll send an SASE and so forth, to get one. If not, the idea is still to help kind of spread the holiday cheer around the Christmas time and have some fun making contacts as well there, Roger.
Copy that. I will certainly look forward to you. I'm going to be doing a Christmas train bit myself in that time of year. Only the real thing. I'm a locomotive engineer on a local tourist line here, and we'll be doing the Polar Express from Thanksgiving until right up to Christmas. Over.
Oh, great. So you're going to be running mobile and portable.
Yeah, copy that. Only I can't be on HF. The FRA would frown on that.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, when I did that several years ago, I had lots of people ask me that, and he says, "Are you actually on a train?" I said, "No, we're on a virtual train." And my other radio, we had an audio recorder chip in it, so we actually recorded a train whistle. So we would in any part during the QSO, I'd hit the break-in button, and it would give out to choo-choo, and that really took off. And especially Christmas Day, family and friends are all together, and maybe, somebody got new equipment or something, and when they get on the air, and you'd play that, and hey, could you do that again? My grandkids are here, and they just got a big kick out of it. So I enjoyed it so much, and of course we've been off the air for the last couple of years, so we've been back now for about a year, and I just thought it was just something we would do and have some fun with it. So we're looking forward to it here in December there. Go ahead.
That is excellent. I will definitely put that on my calendar and come back and look for you when you're on the air, and hopefully pick you up again. Back to you.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, like I said, on the card there, we have 5 calls, and of course the last letter of the call spells the name train. So we have myself plus 4 other operators, and they're going to be operating at different times, different bands. Maybe the same band, you just don't know. I told them they can spend as much or as little time on the air as they want. There's nothing directed per se. We're going to do a couple hours, take a couple hour break, come back in. Hopefully we can get some European. Hopefully we'll be at 1 o'clock in the morning. We could get Australia, New Zealand, or whatever the case may be, and just see where it goes. But other than, at least getting out there once, they can kind of make up their own kind of schedule. We do have this. It will be listed in QST in December's issue. We got that in time, so those that subscribe to QST will see that information as well. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun.
That sounds like it should be. As I say, I will look for you, and glad we have contact this evening, and gave me something to look forward to.
Yeah, no problem at all. Again, I look forward to doing it as well, but there's a lot of time between now and then, and we'll just continue making contact like we are tonight, Don. So when that time comes, and we'll rotate to that side. But gosh, we're just having such a good time this evening. So, hey, thanks for giving us a call there. Do appreciate it. Hopefully the band will hang in there a little bit longer. I'm not sure where it's going to end up, but it's so far it's doing pretty good. So 7-3s, enjoy your Friday evening. Have a great weekend as well. Kilo Charlie 3, Radio Delta Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
7-3, Kilo Charlie 3, Romeo Delta Victor, I'll be clear.
Okay, we got time for one more call. Anybody out there? QRZ.
November Bravo Echo.
I think I heard a November Bravo Echo station. If it did, try it again.
QSL, Kilo India 4, November Bravo Echo. The name is George, Golf Echo Oscar Romeo Golf Echo. I'm located in Tampa Bay.
Okay, George. Kilo India 4, November Bravo Echo. I think you said Tampa Bay area. Your logger shows you an Auburndale, Florida, which what shows up on QRZ. Doesn't matter. It's the first one into Florida tonight. Thank you so much. The name here is Randy, and the QTH, we are 35 miles east.
Another call, so I thought I'd just jump in there real quick before you left and just let you know you're doing a fine job down here into the Tampa Bay area. Over.
Oh no, I'm glad you did. Yeah, we haven't haven't gotten into Florida too much here lately. So so nice to have a contact into Florida this evening, and hopefully I wish the band was a little bit better, but you know, you get what you get. But, you know, in between the noise there, we've got a good copy on you, about 5 and 5 to 5 and 7. But we've had noise all night, which is pretty standard on 40 meters, Roger.
I'm trying to pick up some parts on the air this evening. Just send it off. Listen and see who else we can pick up. Again, great job on the program. The co-actuators. 73 from Kilo India 4, November, Bravo Echo, Tampa Bay area. Over.
Okay, George. Thanks. And yeah, I know that the Parks on the Air has been really hitting it hard here lately. So. I know they'll be out and about this weekend. Also going to have the Boy Scout Jamboree this weekend, which I've been told now, not just state or nationwide, but worldwide. So if you happen to hear some of the scouts out there this weekend, you know, come back to them. I'm sure they'll really enjoy it and would appreciate it. We're going to do our part and hopefully make some contact with them as well. George, thank you for Florida in the Tampa Bay area. Thank you so much for that. We're going to shut it down for the evening, and what a great way to end it with a contact in Florida. 7-3s, enjoy your evening and the weekend as well. Feel free to come back anytime you hear us out there. We'll just pick it up where we left off. Kilo India 4, November Bravo Echo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
Before you go there, give me your call one more time, because I want to make sure that I do have your thoughts correctly. But give it to me a little slower and phonetically for me, please. Over.
You bet. It's Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo.
Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We got you. Thank you, Randy. 7-3s. Enjoy your weekend.
Okay, George. Thanks again. 7-3s. Have a good night. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We're going to be clear in QRT, the frequency.